Good afternoon, class. My name is Dr. Raipur, and you can call me Dr. A. Here's your course. And here's the home page of Canvas. I have sent you several emails. And some students have had a chance to explore the course. If you haven't, let's quickly cover that. The first thing you come across is the welcome message. I'm basically welcoming you to the course. I'm very happy to have you here, and I wish everybody best of luck. The second one is a class philosophy. In short, when we say this class is a community, we mean we are all here to help one another. And of course, without most respect. Number 3 is the announcements. I'm going to put that in student view and discuss the announcement. You can click on this one in green or on the left navigation bar. These announcements are here, and also they are emailed to you. You've already received all the emails regarding an old recorded orientation, welcome on orientation, welcome to your virtual course, and the second message. Then number 4, we are following the numbers. We have the syllabus, we have the modules. Under the modules, we can find the exam reviewer practice test, PowerPoints, and we want to solve the practice test gradually, homework. And as far as the homework, the setup is such that we can watch some video lecture lesson assessments before starting the homework. Practice test keys are there. Discussion forum is right here, and exams. And here's the office hours. So let's go back at the top. Whether I click on the syllabus here or the syllabus here makes no difference on the left navigation bar. I have the syllabus here. I want to quickly show you the Excel calendar. So basically, we want to stick with the following calendar and follow that. Every few weeks, we have an exam. For example, exam 1 takes place in week 4, and exam 2 in week 7, so on and so forth. So this is the Excel calendar that is posted. And if you click on the first one, which is the syllabus, it's a pretty long one. Starts with the information about the course, and then I put this stuff in topic format. Therefore, if you want to click on a specific topic, that works. So I'm going to quickly cover this. First, we have the material and catalog description. Then the text I will show you when we go to MOM, short for My Open Math. It's by OpenStax, and it's free. You don't have to pay for the text. You don't have to pay for the digital homework, which is done by My Open Math, or I'm going to refer to it to MOM from now on as for short. Class calendar, as I mentioned, every few weeks we have an exam. Final exam schedule, meeting important, dates. Calculators, you can use even a graphing calculator, but not for the exam. By the way, when I go over MOM, I'll show you where you can find online free calculators. Tech support, math tutoring center, grading policy. Let's quickly discuss that, because normally that is the most important thing for the students. And so let's look at this. There are 4 exams. Each one is worth 400 points. Homework, 250 points, and you have multiple attempts. So on a normal basis, it's very easy to get 100% on this case. Biology, calculus students, success unit. This is done in a different canvas, and you have a survey to do that. Before that, you want to make sure to do this, it has a couple of things going for it. Number 1, it gives you 50 points. Those are easy points to get. Number 2, it really discusses how to navigate educational system, how to be successful, not only in this course, but also in any of the courses that you take. So I highly recommend you pay attention to that. Final, although it's comprehensive, it's very simple, because all you have to do, study the previous exams. Also, among the first 4 exams, the lowest grade may be dropped and be replaced by the final, as long as the final is good, that means B or 80%, and your homework is excellent, that means 95% or higher, and more importantly, this will result in a higher letter grade, and the synopsis of that is in this table. You have plenty of time to take the exam. The exams are set up so you can take them on Saturdays. There will be an email and announcement which has the password, and you have a whole day as long as you start. Of course, you have a limited amount of time. It's timed exam, but you can take it anytime from the time you receive a password up to the time it's due. The late work, I highly recommend you don't use the late pass for some of the assignments that you could use in norm, because on a normal basis, students who do, they do get behind, they can't catch up. CSULB 36, I find this very interesting because in short, it says we have to spend at least 3 hours out of class for every unit. So this is a 3-unit course, so therefore you have to spend 9 hours to be successful. And that's on the average. In some cases, we may need to do more. And then more information, drop-in policy, disability, plagiarism, CSULB commitment, all of them are here. If you're interested to read them, it does take some time. For example, this one, class safety during COVID, you probably don't have to worry about it for this course since it's we meet online, but you want to be very careful of that for other courses. Basic needs, summary steps to success. You want to read your notes, the PowerPoints, to go over the lecture PowerPoints that we have, and we also have the recording of those. Then you want to make up a formula sheet, something that has the formulas, theorems, you name it, do the examples and the homework. And here's the information about the office hours. You can find it on the home page, at the bottom of the home page of Canvas, or in your syllabus. Basically, it's 8 to 9, 7:50 a.m. to 9 a.m., same days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that we meet. All right, and the holidays are also here. So going back to the homepage of Canvas, the next one is modules. Okay, so what do we find under the modules? Let's look at it. Okay. And the first thing first, you find My Open Math, and see it says access your online homework, no need for course ID, because some students ask that, and there is no need for that. If you click on it, here's what's going to happen. It's going to ask you for username, password, so on and so forth. So basically register. That's all you have to do. Make sure you use a username, password that you are comfortable with and nobody else knows. And then going back to it. So that's where we are going to do our homework, exams, you name it. I will come back to that. Then what do we find? Module 1, exam. Module 2, Module 3, Module 4. And then we have the final exam review. So I want to discuss this last two first. Final exam review, aside from your lectures and everything, there are some exam reviews that you can find them here. Okay. So some questions for the exam review, and graphing calculator if you need information about a TI graphing calculator. So final exam review can be found here. So let's go back up. Look at the first module. What do we have in the first module? If you click on the first one, it gives you the practice test as well as the key. This is the key, not the solution. And I highly recommend when we finish a section, you get done with that. It doesn't take long. Worst case scenario, you have to do maybe 2 questions per day, which is not a lot. Now, the very first thing I want you to do, either print this or just, make sure you download this and read it. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to read it for a simple reason. So you see what is going to be covered for the first exam. Okay, so And again, we do have the key. What's next? After the keys and the reviews, we have the example. What is this? Set of all PowerPoints. These are all the PowerPoints that we're going to go over. And I want to show you what you find there. If I look at the very first one, everybody, the PowerPoints that we covered during our lectures, notice you don't have to write any definitions, any formulas, any proofs. You don't even have to write any of the examples. So what do you write? Solution to each example. You write it as we go through it step by step. I've set it up this way so you have the minimal amount of writing. I hope everybody's clear on that. So you can find them right here. So modules, exam 1 module. Here's the exam reviews. Here's the PowerPoints. What is here? Now, on the week of the exam, a day or 2 days, we go over the exam review. So I have the PowerPoint with details, and detailed solution is here. We will cover that step by step, not like this, step by step. And not only that, we also have the recorded lectures. If you, on the left navigation column, click on recorded lectures, exam reviews. This is my YouTube channel. Notice what we can find there. We can find each section. I highly recommend you look at them, especially if you miss any of the sessions. And as we go through them, when we are done, then we have exam 1 review. And then the next one, and the next one, and exam 2 review, so on and so forth. So under the modules, first we have my open math. Then we have exam 1 module, which has the exam review, PowerPoints, and the PowerPoint exam review. When you master the first one, you learn about the second one and the third and the fourth, they repeat. And over here, we have the final exam review and the PowerPoints for that. So that will be covered the last week of the instruction. So going back to the home page, we basically covered the module. The next one is a discussion forum. We can click it here or right here on the left navigation bar. The first one is a student bios, and I put mine as an example. Okay. I also put a video as to how to embed an image if you want to put an image, and you reply to mine. Don't reply to others, just reply to mine and put yours. And please, everybody, read each other's, bio, just to get to know your fellow students. Going back on the discussion. The next one is frequently asked questions. In the past, students have had some questions, and I put them here. How to use a math editor? Do I need course ID? The answer is absolutely not for registration with MOM or my open math, so on and so forth. And if there's any other question comes up, first read this before you email me or ask any questions. And if that doesn't do it, then make sure to ask me, and I add it here. For example, this is where to find an exam password. It'll be emailed to you, and you can find it under the announcement beforehand, a week, during the week of the exam. And so going back to the home page, and at the end, we have this office hours again. So let me go back to the modules. And this is where you can register. And when you do that, I want to quickly show you what happens after you register. So you enter MOM, and at the very top, everybody, we see, let's close this. At the very top, we see mandatory introduction assignment to MOM. So Why did I put this at the top? Because I want you to get familiar with how to use this, and therefore know how to navigate them all. So entering numerical answers, so on and so forth. So for example, the very first one says enter this number. So what do we have? 64.5553. Okay, so I put the number. By the way, the moment you click on this rectangle in this blank, it brings up a math editor. So you can use a fraction bar, you can use powers, you can use radicals, you name it. In this one, we want to round it to the nearest 100. So in this case, 64.55. After the second 5, there is another 5, so it becomes 5, 6, so it goes up to 6. And can I divide this number by 0? The answer is no. It's undefined, but since it doesn't have it, I'm going to put D and E. And if you submit the question, everybody, you see the check mark, which means we've done it right. And you can continue to the next question and the next question, or if you click done here, it says the first question is done, but the rest of them are unattempted. We need to do them later on, okay? And so you have a choice of resuming or exiting. If you resume, it continues. If you exit, what happens is that it registers your grade for that question that you've done. So 1 out of so many, you get that point. The next one is the set of exams. And again, you don't have to worry about it at all. Again, I put it at the very top because I don't want you to have a difficult time finding it. And as you can see, the first one is due shortly in February. But never mind that for now. Then you find the course description, you find the calendar. I want to explain about the calendar, and that is, obviously, the first assignment is due immediately, which is Introduction to Open Math. Exam takes place in about 4 weeks, and every homework is due before the first exam. Does it mean that I have to wait until this day to do all the homework? Absolutely not. If you do, you get behind. So what do? Every day that I finish a section, right then and there, you're ready to do the homework. So you want to get on with that. Then module 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice module 0 is nothing but resources. So let's click on it. The very first thing you see the text here. If you click on view online, here's the textbook in the form of an ebook. Again, everything is absolutely free for the students. There are others, for example, section 1 with the sequences and series. If you click on it, it takes you to a different part, okay, a different text. Again, absolutely free. If you bring it down, we have graphing calculators, scientific calculators. For example, if I click on that, I have even given you the access to this calculator through, of course, online means, and it's free, meaning you don't have to pay anything for this course as far as your text, your digital homework, or your calculator is concerned. Then how to use a late pass calendar. This is very important. You want to pay attention to this. It tells you how to review any of your assignments because you're supposed to review especially your exams. So you want to pay attention to that. And then again, other free calculators are here, okay, and the videos as to how to use them. Now, this one, everybody, is called, let's close this, chapter review, pre-calculus review. This, especially if you've had some time ago and you forgot, this is a good practice. Or if you haven't, you want to make sure that you're at top of your game. I highly recommend you work on this stuff this week to make sure you're very comfortable with prior knowledge of mathematics. They won't be graded. For example, if you click on the first one, you have the text part. It takes you to some other text. Again, absolutely free. this part, introduction to function. These are the videos. I would watch the videos at the very least, even if you don't want to do the homework. These homework are not graded. This is for you to practice. At the very least, watch these videos, the same thing for other sections. And that would be the chapter review. So module 0, simply put, is just a module containing a lot of resources, including the chapter review. Module 1, again, we have the text here. Okay. And notice we have the videos. I highly recommend after we go over a section and you want to, if you're comfortable, you don't have to, but if you're not, you want to watch my recording, then go over these videos. None of them is long. And then get on with the homework. When you want to do the homework, after you go through all of that, then you plug in the answer. For example, this gives you the sequence in this form, A sub 1 is 2. So the first one is 2. The first term is 2, class, the second term is 3. It's given. See, A sub 1 and A sub 2. Again, I hope you remember this is from algebra. What is the third term? You're going to add the previous 2 terms. So 2 and 3 is 5. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13. And so if I submit the question, it check marks and say, I have them right. I can continue, or something comes up, I don't have time, I click on done. And again, notice it says question 1 is done, but the rest of them are unattempted. And I can resume anytime I want, or I can exit, I can come back and do it. All right. So let's quickly recap what we've done. This is the home page of Canvas. First, we have the welcome message, class philosophy, and then the syllabus, modules, homework, practice test, and everything else, including the office hours. So most everything we are concerned with can be found under the modules. We can register for my Open Math. And then we're concerned with exam 1 module, never mind the rest of it, which has the exam review, PowerPoints, and the PowerPoint for the exam review. Also, we have the recorded lectures right here, which is my YouTube channel. In my Open Math, after we register, we do this introduction assignment first. Exams can be found immediately after. We don't worry about them yet. Calendar, we want to pay attention to the calendar. Module 0 has tons of resources. And of course, we start with module 1. So I hope it's clear to everybody as to what we do. For now, the very first thing we want to do, we want to go to module. Over here and register with my Open Math. Best of luck, everybody, and happy studying.